Welcome, everybody. It is October 5th, 2023. We are the Two Men in a Room podcast. We are welcoming everyone watching on YouTube and Rumble. I am the English man in Orlando, Mr. Anthony, and my wonderful co-host who's back.
I am back. My name is James. I'm the nice guy in the world. I've been gone last Thursday for a nice little vacation that I needed.
How was it?
I think Independence of the Sea, which is ran by Royal Caribbean. It's amazing. I do encourage that everyone should take a cruise at least once in their life. I thought I was going to be scared due to how big the ship was, it's just water everywhere. But it was nice. It was relaxing. I learned a lot about a cruise within those 5 days. You eat to your heart content. I just never seen so much food in my entire life. They had great food with the all-inclusive package. I don't drink. The alcoholic inclusive package would have been $172, and just the Coke package was $71 for the cup, and you could just drink all you want for those 5 days. I went to the Bahamas, which was very nice. The water was beautiful. The culture is very different there. They made the chocolate there, the wine, the cakes that I taste. Everything was like made downstairs. It was just a nice experience. I want to go swimming with the pigs. My best friend didn't want to go swimming with the pigs, which I just want to see. I think they were baby pigs. But we took a tour of Bahamas. It was very nice. I love it. I will go again. I want to take another cruise, but not to Bahamas, somewhere else. But I encourage everyone to just, take the time out in life and take a cruise at least once. You would not regret it. So, Anthony,
Awesome.
what's going on with you while I was gone? Let me ask that question.
Well, we had a wonderful show last week. We had a special co-host. Mary J co-hosted the show.
So
did a wonderful job.
A round of applause for her for taking the time out. Her busy schedule, making sure she covered for me. I owe you big time. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. So we're on to tonight's show, and we'll get into the topics right off the bat. So it was a local story for us. There was a 11-year-old kid who shot a 13-year-old, it shot the first kid, went through him, and then hit a second kid. So the topic comes up to, are the kids okay in school? This was a after-school event, a Pop Warner football practice, I believe. And it happened in the parking lot at the school. So what are your thoughts on this?
I want to say people should be safe in school, but I don't know, because I also read a story in this surrounding area that another kid sold another 17-year-old fentanyl or a pill or whatever, and that individual died. I just think that the problem is I want to say it's stemming from home, because why? So I've seen the video on your topic where the guy, the teenager ran to the car, on the passenger side, got a gun and started shooting.
Right.
Who was driving that car, and who allowed him to get a gun out the car?
His mother was there. The gun was in the car, which some people, if they have a concealed permit, can carry the gun concealed in the vehicle. I guess the kid knew the gun was there, was arguing with the other kids about a bag of potato chips.
A bag of potato
And
chips.
yeah, and something was said where he felt insulted and went to his mom's truck, opened the door, and took the gun out. Went to fire as the kid was walking back towards the field and hit the kid and hit another kid subsequently.
I just think
So the mom came back and he had put the gun back into the car and she didn't really realize what had happened. They had heard, they said that everyone at the field heard a gunshot, but didn't know where it came from. And the mom came back and didn't know at first, but then realized when her son was acting really strange that something had happened. And that's when it kind of got found out what was going on.
it's so much to it could be so much to this story, in my eyes, because the way I looked at it as he just, like you say, he knew the gun was in the car because the way he ran to the car on the passenger side, got it, and just shot it. And it's like, even if you able to carry a concealed weapon, and yes, they do have it in the car, shouldn't the gun be on the driver's side? The bullet's supposed to be in the trunk or the glove compartment to give you time to think about what you're supposed to do or something?
No, if you don't have the bullets in the gun, then the gun is useless. I mean, you could throw it at somebody, you could hit somebody with it, but essentially the gun is useless because if a individual comes to carjack you, like a video I saw out of Texas where 3 individuals followed somebody and were trying to steal the guy's money, it does no good when the assailants are right at your door, trying to get you out of your car. So
I get it.
You need the gun with the bullets.
But over a bag of potato chips, because I thought it was about bullying. I thought it was
no. This was a completely stupid argument, and I think it comes from stemming from seeing the videos of 18, 19-year-olds on TikTok waving their guns around like, "Ooh, look at me, I'm gangsta," and I think it's from because even video game violence isn't even gun violence anymore. Grand Theft Auto has kind of died off, and it's more fantasy-filled games. So it's not even really that. The rap music isn't as hardcore as it used to be. I think it's more of they see the rapper wannabes on their YouTubes, their Snapchats, their Instagrams, and they want to be like that. They hear about it in their neighborhoods, and they see the kids trying to emulate that. He thought, I've seen it done before. People argued and pulled a gun, and that was the end of the argument. So I wanted to end the argument. So he went and got the gun out and shot him.
See, I think differently.
Because the argument was ending with the kid. The kid was going to walk away. The first individual, the suspect, just felt so insulted that he had to retaliate.
You think he did it to say, hey, look at me, I'm finna do this? I mean, because I know people don't think when they mad, they just up and do things. My thing is, you have to really, in this world today that we living in, you really have to think about what you're doing now in life, because it's so many teenagers going to jail.
But he's 11 years old.
So how do an 11-year-old know the mom had a gun? Shouldn't she hide that from him?
No, it's probably sat in that truck for like 6 months, a year. Who knows? She's probably put it there. He's probably been in the truck alone and saw it and knew it was there.
I think they just need to be investigated just a little more to me, because this is just crazy. Because they need to ask the mom, why was the gun just to where so easy to get? It's like he opened the door, leaned in, and just got it.
There's also a factor of I don't know where he was when they were driving to the game. So I don't know if the mom drove, but she was in the car with the kid. So if she was in the passenger seat, then she would have had the gun next to her in case something happens. So they have to kind of figure that out. Was
Okay.
he in the passenger seat or was she in the passenger seat? Because, like you said, if it was her gun, she probably would have had it on the driver's side with her. So I don't know about that. But an 11-year-old is not thinking like, should I get the gun or should I not get the gun? They're thinking, yo, he just said what he said. I'm going to go get that gun and blast him. Why is he going to say that to me?
I just want to know. I can't wait for the outcome, because all these teenagers and the gun violence is just, and I understand if you're downright being bullied. I don't even understand then, because you go and tell someone. But to just over a bag of chips, I mean, that's just crazy to me.
Wow.
So I don't know. I just feel sad for kids these days and age, because it's all about guns to them, and they think it's cute. That's not cute, because you taking a life and you giving a life, because you finna give your life to prison for the rest of your life because you done killed someone which you took a life. That's the problem. It's like, I talk to my granddaughter, and I know you could talk to you blue in the face to some of the kids, but at least talk to them so they'll know the consequences behind it. And then if this is the choice you made your bed, you got to lie in it. Whether you 11, 12, 13-year-old, it is what it is. But I try to talk to my granddaughter, letting her know this is not the way. This is not the answer. There are other ways, because at the end of the day, other people don't care about your life. If you go to jail, you just there.
Well, yeah, if they charge him as an adult, which
Right.
I think they're looking into, he's gone for quite a while. It's attempted murder, and I know he wasn't thinking at the time, but it's really on the mom to be thinking, and she, should have done a better situation of controlling her kid more than anything. I mean, it's not illegal to have the gun if she has a concealed permit to carry.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
But you should have known where your kid.
Permit?
Well, that's going to be in the investigation and everything.
And why it was so accessible to him just to open up a car and grab it? Did they did they think like, okay, something gonna happen, this gonna pop off? I need to know this.
She didn't think about that.
I'm talking about the 11-year-old.
Her mom thought her son's a little angel, I'm sure. He's a good boy. And never thought that he would go to the car and get a gun and kill another kid. That's what the mom's going to think. Now, the kid's going to be thinking like, hey, who's this person to be insulting me and taking my chips or whatever? And he got angry enough to do it.
And I think the other problem is you have students that boost other on to do stupid things because they stupid.
Well, I don't know if that was the case in this.
No, I ain't saying that was the case. Like one gentleman, he did get on the news and said that he was trying to stop him from shooting the gun. But the guy shot anyways. Allegedly.
Is this the same? This is the same case?
Yeah, this is the same case. His friend got on the news and said he tried to stop him from doing it, but
the kid. I mean, essentially, it's a kid. Yeah, at 11 years old, you're still a kid. There's no way to really be like, well, it's a man shot in a gun. Now, understandably, I think for the way the malice that was shown in that video, I think he should be charged as an adult. But here's a good tip. You need to teach kids to respect the gun. So,
I agree.
That could be something. I mean,
like
in the
me,
50s,
I'm scared to look at a gun, much less touch a gun. I mean, I just don't do guns, period. And I know people feel safe with guns, but something needs to be done because it's just getting crazy in these schools, especially middle and high school, to where kids just doing the most, selling drugs, bringing guns, doing drugs. it's crazy. And, and this is supposed to be our young generation that supposed to have a better future for themselves when they get older, but it's not,
Well, it's a big topic to open to trying to change all this stuff because you have societal changes. You've got the fentanyl coming over the border, which is getting hidden in stuff. And the story that you had talked about was actually, it was one of those vape pens that you take, the huff out of. It was actually laced with fentanyl, and they didn't know. And the kid took it and just, boom, gone. There's a lot of things that need to change to start bringing that back to be able to be safe at school. I grew up in the 90s when we were having, the Columbines of schools, and it was almost every week where you had a drill to leave the school so everybody knew everybody was safe because you didn't know somebody was going to shoot up the school. But even that was from, kids just not learning decency and being accommodating to other people. The bullying happens, and there's certain levels of the bullying. Sometimes it's just playful bullying, and sometimes it's really hardcore. And but when nothing gets done about it, you do feel like you have to do something about it.
Correct. And I understand.
One of the easiest things is to simply retaliate with violence, because it ends a lot of stuff really quickly when you got bullets coming at you. So, but I think it needs to come into a societal shift where you start teaching kids to respect one another again, respect your parents, respect authorities, and you don't have that now.
We don't. And it starts from home. It starts from the parents and the aunties and the uncles and all that, because everybody plays a factor in upbringing a child into this world, and I know you have single moms, single dads, that's trying to work 2-3 jobs just to make it. Mm-hmm. And it's just getting out. It's out of hand, not getting out of hand. It's out of hand because it's a lot going on each and every day,
Right.
And it's sad to see this young generation, getting charged with murder. They had an 18-year-old they got him with murder, I think yesterday here in Orlando, for the shooting over there in Mercer Drive, and the other one, they already had caught one 18-year-old now, and this is the second 18-year-old, and it's like, y'all have no life now because of what y'all doing in life, I just try to stay away from guns. I've never been to a gun range or anything like that. Right. But I just thank God I'm not a troubled child, don't deal with drugs. And, and it's just, we need to really instill that in our kids and loved ones' head. Hey, this is what you do. This is what you shouldn't do. But I also experience, once a child get of age, they're going to do what they want to do anyways. Even though you done talk blue into the face and telling them what to do and what not to do. But when they get around certain individuals, they want to act like they bad. And it just, the consequences that come behind it.
Okay.
My granddaughter, one of her classmates kept pulling her out. And she told the teacher say something to the other little girl. And then when Tanisha sit down, she'll do it again. And so I said, well, Tanisha, listen, baby. You may have to turn around and pull her out. Well, I don't want to get in trouble. So I get that, because she don't want to get in trouble.
Right.
But do you continue to let the little girl pull her out?
Well, if you've talked to the teacher, certainly I would ask her parent to go in and ask her to be moved to a different class. If that's the case.
The mom did.
Okay.
Keep in mind, the dad is going to be on the loose.
Okay, we'll get into that stuff on another topic. So on another day. So we're gonna bring up something a little more lighthearted. I don't know if you've seen, since you were on your vacation, Travis Kelce is dating Taylor Swift. If you don't know who they are, Travis Kelce is a football player, plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Taylor Swift does something with singing, not really sure, but yeah. So what do you think of the lovely relationship that has grown out of that?
Well, to me, I would want to know, how did they meet and how long have they been dating?
Well, I don't know when they met, but they have to have been dating for a while because she was actually hanging out with his mom at a football game. You don't go hang out with your mate's mom right off the bat. Like, nobody introduces the parents right off the bat. So they had to have been going out for a little bit.
Some people do. They'll meet somebody. I'm finna go play spades. You want to go? Yeah, come on. And let's introduce you to the family. Child, please. I just think
that doesn't happen.
It's. I mean, she's a smart girl when it comes to music and all that, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, it is what it is. If she feel like she really like this individual, then by all means, go for it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like Taylor Swift as a person, but hopefully she knows what she's doing, so she won't get heartbroken. And I'm pretty sure
that's the point.
But you don't know until you really get to know the individual. That's the problem.
All right, here's the winner out of this situation. Anybody who bought NFL tickets to a game with Travis Kelce in it, because the ticket prices are now spiking through the roof and they can just resell those tickets at a high premium, make tons of money. That's who's winning out of this whole thing. I don't think they make it to the Super Bowl. I think by the time the Super Bowl rolls around, they're already broken up. And she's already planning her next song about how she got dumped or she dumped the football player.
So why do you feel that way?
That's my opinion.
No, why do you feel that way though?
Because they don't look like a good fit. They don't seem to actually be into it. They just seem to be showing off on it.
No, to you. That's your opinion that they may not be a good fit. To them, they're a good fit.
She's going to get tired of football and not care and not want to go. And that's it.
Again.
And I've heard he's quite the ladies' man. I've heard some rumors on him.
That don't mean you can't change for her. You never know.
The man is a reigning Super Bowl champion.
Okay,
he can go anywhere he wants. Okay,
how long for the Super Bowl? That's
Super Bowl will be beginning of February next year. I have to look up the exact date, but it's usually the first week in February of next.
So I'm pretty sure they're gonna make it.
You think they're gonna make it? I don't think they're gonna make it.
They're gonna make it.
They ain't gonna get that far.
They're gonna make it. Let's have hope for Taylor. I like her. I don't know him at all because I don't care nothing about no football. I don't care who wins the Super Bowl. I don't care who goes to the Super Bowl. I don't care. But I just think I like Taylor Swift. I like her.
Okay, so why didn't it work with any of the other boyfriends she's had?
I know you're gonna let people date and then it don't go well. It happened to us.
At a certain point, if you dated and dated and dated and dated and it didn't work out, maybe it's not them, maybe it's you.
Not necessarily. That's like when you go to a factory, they got to keep making it until they get it perfect. So she's out there soying her raw oats until she finds the perfect mate. You know? So leave Taylor alone. You know, she's just a celebrity. Oats. She's just a celebrity. No. Along with it.
Exactly. So you're in the spotlight.
Right. But, well, it is what it is. She's still human. And because she's a celebrity don't mean she's gonna find that perfect one at the first or second time. She just got to do her thing. Let her do her thing. She having fun.
This is like the 6th or 7th time. And she's built into these relationships this exit plan to write the song afterward to keep her career going. So,
but
why you would think that you're the magical person to change all that, Mr. Travis Kelce?
So you said
is ludicrous.
So you said this her 6th or 7th time, correct?
Yeah, if I count
Okay.
correctly, yeah.
Okay, how old is Taylor Swift?
They're both going to be 34 this year.
Okay, so how many relationships how many girls you don't talk to? Let's get into that.
What do you mean talk to?
Dated or whatever you want to call it.
Multiple.
No, give me a ballpark
count. I don't
Huh?
count. I don't count.
No, just
They're
give
multiple.
me a ballpark figure.
I don't know. Did I talk to?
A dated, whatever you want to call it.
Over the 20 some odd years of dating, probably close to 50 to 60.
Okay, so what's wrong with her little 6 or 7?
Because she has a setup, a plan that's publicly known, and I think he's just in it for the fun. He's gonna get a lot of fucking publicity. His uniform jersey has already sold out, so he's making tons of money on this deal.
Okay, so you saying the only reason he is where he at today, as far as the sellout, the jersey, is because of Taylor Swift?
Yes.
So what happened?
His quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, was far more popular than him. Not only that, Patrick Mahomes' wife, Brittany Mahomes, was more popular than Travis. And let me go one step further. Gracie Hunt, the granddaughter of the owner who founded the Chiefs, she was a megastar. Still technically is, but it's gone a little down with Taylor being there. They were all bigger than Travis Kelce.
Well, that's not his problem.
Kelce dating Swift is like, boom.
Right. So
he likes that.
Problem. You can't get mad with him. If she feels like she know what she's doing, then let her do her. Let her enjoy the moment. Let her be in the moment. And then she'll figure it out if it's not the right one. If it's not the right one, child, kick him to the curb and try it again. That's all I can tell her.
I think he's gonna kick her to the curb.
Whoever kick who to the curb, she's gonna make a song. It's gonna be a hit. She's gonna get her cheese. Mm-hmm. So it is what it is. And then he'll just go on by his little merry little way. He'll just roll down the hill, say Mary had a little lamb, and then she just have to find somebody else. That's it. It's gonna be okay. She's Taylor Swift. It's okay. It's okay.
What do you think of all her fans trying to learn football? I heard there's a TikTok video on that.
What is that?
They're literally sitting there trying to learn the game of football because Taylor is so interested in it, and she's at all these football games.
So they trying to be a follower, you telling me?
Yeah, her fans are trying to learn the game of football so they can watch it and watch her.
But I guess that's just her fan base that love her. They just showing love. I mean, we can't be mad. She's who she is. Okay, like Beyonce. So at Beyonce concerts, everybody was wearing the silver and the shiny and all this. And, you know, she Beyonce, so they doing what it takes. With Taylor, it's the same thing. They just love who they are. So it is what it is, you know. Let's hope our fan base be the same, you know.
Yeah, but I'm not asking her fan base to learn anything new over here. I'll teach everybody here.
First of all, she did not ask. They just doing it on their own.
I know.
She didn't say y'all learn football.
It's absolutely hilarious to watch.
I mean, just let them be. They're going to have fun. Let them have fun.
As someone who's gone through a Super Bowl with a girlfriend, let me tell you, trying to explain it all on the fly is the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life.
Child, all I know is with football, all I know is interception. I know touchdown. And what else? That's all about no child. So you know.
I might have to have you over for my Super Bowl party then.
You know, I don't get into sports like that. I will watch it.
It'll be fun.
If need be. But, you know, just let Taylor have her little moment. Let her shine. Let the boy shine. You know, he can't help. He got a little winner on his side. We all wish we had a winner on our side.
No. Not like her. No.
What?
You want to know a good relationship?
Oh.
And I just watched the special last night and was absolutely leveled. The Beckhams. Victoria and David Beckham. Those two have been together since 1998, and that's a relationship to go after. Those two are great together. Okay,
they just end up with each other that want somebody life, settle down in life, but it's not gonna work out for everybody in life. So it is what it is. Let Taylor Swift have her moment. Taylor Child, all I can tell you is do your thing, enjoy the ride, wise riding. You know, when the roller coaster come to an end, just get off, child, and keep it pushing. That's all I can tell her. But I think they're gonna last to the Super Bowl. They may not make it to the Super Bowl, but their relationship will last.
Nah, this season's kind of a transition season in the NFL. There's a lot of quarterbacks that are finding their way. Teams that you thought were good aren't so good, and some teams are sneaking up in here. So it's kind of anyone's championship right now. Not to get too heavy into sports on this one, but I could see Kansas City, Buffalo fighting for the AFC championship, and then maybe San Francisco, Philadelphia on the other side going, and then we'll see who wins that one.
Well, see, child, you done lost me just by saying that. So
yeah, there's a lot of new people coming into the league, and they're trying to figure out where they're going to be and how they're going to work, and how it's not the same league that it was a couple years ago where you knew, you know, this team's going to be there, this team's going to be there, and this team's going to be there. It's very very fluid right now. So we'll have to see where it goes. Speaking of not knowing where things are going, so student loans are turning back on this month for a lot of people, and those payment coupons will be being sent to people once again to make your monthly payments. But wonderful President Joe Biden says he is going to try to relieve these students of their debt and is trying to cancel a lot of the student debt through any which way he could figure out at this point. So how does that make you feel that you might be buying someone a nice shiny degree?
Well, it's foolery to me because yes, individuals should graduate from high school and go to college if that's what they want to do, but don't put their debt on us because y'all want to forgive their student loan. Now we got to take our little cheese, our little income tax, and get taxed even more to try to make ends meet because what Joe Biden done did or whoever. I mean, it's crazy to me. It's like, I don't know, drop the price of tuition or something. I mean, it's not a good thing to me.
Here's the thing. If you've got $400,000 of student loan, you got a master's degree, I think you should have learned how to figure out how to pay those bills off. I mean, I heard one guy saying, oh my gosh, I got a $400 a month payment now. I don't know what to make, and I haven't been making for 2 years. Well, you should have been smart enough to at least try to have paid the principal on it. I mean, some of these people are just like, oh, I didn't know I was supposed to be paying that. It's like, well, wait a minute. What do you think was going to happen? And
correct. So when you sign up for college, somebody got to pay for the course. So,
well, especially if you're getting these advanced degrees in, liberal arts and women's studies. What's women's studies? Really? A woman is a woman. What are you talking about? That's what it is. Boom. I don't need a 6-year master's degree to figure that one out. But people have to learn. You borrowed the money, you got to pay it back. I'd pay back all the money I borrowed.
Yes.
So it's like, I understand there's some people, okay, you were trying to get a 2-year business degree and it didn't work out. Okay, if your income's low enough, we can cut some of the payments and work some of the interest out. So
that's
you're not paying back as much. Well, yeah, you throw a little bit of a bone. But to simply just write off a whole bunch of it is just giving away free money, which is going to lead to higher inflation, which is going to lead to higher interest rates, which is going to lead to more money coming out of your pocket every month for everybody. This is not just a few people are just going to have to pay for this. The rich people are going to pay more taxes. They're going to pay for this. No, 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 no. Everybody's going to pay for this. Everybody. You work, you pay taxes, you're paying for this. So believe you me when I say everybody's going to feel it. So what do we do to change it all? Well, let's start giving out degrees for stuff people can actually use. If you're going to be able to understand how business works, get a business degree. If you're going to understand how, mechanical engineering works, get an engineering degree. But don't be getting degrees. What was it? I heard a line. You have a degree for a 2,000-year-old language? Get out of my office. It's like you're getting degrees for stuff that makes no sense unless you're actually going into a field that actually uses it. Now, if you're going to be an archaeologist,
I do agree with that. Before you even go to college, make up your mind what you want to be in life.
Right.
And you search that before you even go to college for it to make sure this is what you want. You do your background on it to make sure this is what you want to do. This is what you want to become. This is what you want to be, and make your final answer, your final decision. Yes, this is it. This is what I want to be. Because child, don't be going down there talking about, oh, I don't like it, and now you backing out of it. Now you looking crazy. You're looking like a fool because now you got to try to pay that loan, and then now you trying to become something else. It's crazy.
Tell me if you remember these. They were called guidance counselors.
Yes.
Do you remember those? Yeah, those were the people who were supposed to guide you through high school and advise you on what to do with college and how to do stuff. It's funny. It's funny how a lot of 90s kids just joined up and just took whatever they thought they could take, and suddenly they're $50,000, $60,000 in debt.
Child, more power to them.
I guess we know where the problem was.
Well, these days, the guidance counselor, these kids probably don't even go to the guidance counselor because they're so ratchet. And some do, because not everybody is ratchet. But it's just a lot to think about when you want to go to college. It's a big stepping stone in life. And, you got to make that decision.
Right, because college is messed up anyway. I mean, you got terrible academics, you got terrible sports, you got all kinds of madness going on. They're not teaching you right. They're teaching you all these other different ways to do stuff. You got quite a controversy with the trans athletes in women's sports and what's going to happen with that. Any of your thoughts on any of that? What's actually happening in college?
I say I know we talked about it briefly. Mm-hmm. And I just say, let people be, just let them do whatever they feel like they want to do, I guess, child. If they beating out the people that they going against, I don't know what to tell them. I don't know. Maybe you need to go in there, lift some weights or do something. I don't know.
Some of the cases I'm looking into right now are actually men who were ranking quite low in their own division, who were transitioning for anywhere from 6 months to a year, and then going into the female division and blowing them out of the water. So that's absolutely ludicrous. That shouldn't be happening. It takes 6 to 8 years to go through puberty. So if you're going to be on these hormone blockers and all that other stuff, it's going to take probably 6 to 8 years to fully transition. And so if you're really wanting to be a woman and fully transitioning, then you should probably wait 6 to 8 years before you even do any of this stuff, or even just build a trans league for them. Now, what's funny is you don't hear anything the other way around. You don't hear any arguments when it comes to women trying to be men and joining sports. Don't see much of that, but you are seeing a lot of men suddenly saying, well, I'm a woman, and now I'm going to go into that, the women's division, and are winning like first, second, third place in all breaking records and everything. So is it really a transitioning thing, or is it just men trying to get an edge on everything?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's up to the people that set these guidelines and these rules and regulations. I mean, it's up to them to be more to set more ground on it. So I guess it won't happen. I mean, I don't know. This is my first time hearing about this, so I don't have too much to say about it. But you know, I mean, it's not right if they are whatever, and then they go and just beat everybody because they stronger or manlier or whatever. You know, because to each his own. I don't care what a person do with their life. That's on them. As long as they being productive with their life. But I don't know. You know, that's just, I have to read into that to get a more understanding on. I guess it all depends on the board members and all that to say, hey, okay, we need to change this or put this into that action and make it a little harder for them to get in, I guess.
All right. We'll do some more research on that. We'll have that coming up in a following show. And I think you'll be surprised by where that goes with that stuff. All right. Any other topics you want to bring up right now?
I don't know. Let me see. I know I got a busy weekend this weekend. Oof. Too much. You know, I'm still tired from the cruise.
I'm sure. So we're gonna pop out of here a little early and we'll get some rest. Do you have any quote of the night?
I think quote of the night, we all must be vigilant to one another. I think it takes a village to raise a child, and we got to get back into being leaders and not followers. You know, teach your kids that way some of this mess that's going on in these middle and high schools slow down or eventually stop. So let's just be vigilant to one another. You know, man, Anthony, we love you for free. You can always leave a comment. If you need someone to talk to, trust me, we will be glad to talk to you. We'll be glad to read your comment. We'll give our thoughts on it, what we think. And our only little mind, remember, be careful with your comments. Anthony is the mean one, and I'm the nice one.
Right. And yeah, if you're leaving comments, we do read them, and we try to post what we think applies to the show. Even on Rumble, you can leave comments, or we have a new option. You can subscribe to the show or leave super chats. If you'd like to donate to the show, help us keep this thing going, go for it. Everyone on YouTube, we thank you for watching also.
Yes, we
feel
do.
free to subscribe and share it on other platforms if you want to. We're free and open over here. And I think that's it. So we'll say good night to everyone watching and everyone who's about to watch.
Good night. We love you for free.
All right.